week in a row.
I have the information. Yes, for it.
Okay.
State representative.
Okay,
And
I'll get it. Let's,
Okay.
good evening. Welcome to Worldwide International Church Without Walls.
Oh, yes.
We're here in the North Lauderdale Library. We'd like to give honor where honor is due, thank God. We also thank God for the senior librarian, April Powell. Miss April Powell allowed us to have this vineyard and to come in here for at least an hour. And we reach out, as we reach out to the communities globally, and especially in our own backyards.
Yes.
And this is one. So what I wanted to do, we're going to certainly pray. And so she gave us a nice microphone. I probably won't even need it. But let's bow our heads and pray, because I believe in being on time.
Amen.
Father God, we just thank you, Lord God, for this opportunity to come in communities, Lord God, and really support the people within the communities, building the people and building their lives, Father God. But the team of people who are already in the communities,
Yes.
they're librarians, Father, they're police officers, they're firemen. There are resources here already in communities that service people that reach out. Even I thank God for the pro makers, the professional athletes, the little leagues, the recreation departments, and all the workers, God, even the teachers,
Yes.
Father God, who go past the walls of their jobs and their duties and really help with the families and the people within these communities, Father. And we pray that we be just a complement and an asset to who they already are and what they're doing to reach the people in this community. In
Yes.
Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
And you know, tonight what I wanted to do is I wanted to share a little bit about what is Worldwide International Church Without Walls, and what is all this IK connection and all these emails you're getting from being in the virtual community, which is called International Community Connection. And when we set in places and locations, we're actually illustrating ourselves as Worldwide International Church Without Walls. And God gave me this vision back in 2008. I was collaborating with Black Essence. Obama was trying to be president in the United States of America. Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and if I look at my new underscore improve 44, they all are in that database system.
Okay, great.
And so, and I did this with the Miami Heat, and I did it at the Palms of Atlantic condo, and the families and churches all came together, and we went out and aired my first commercial on BET, and so it was historical, and it was just a powerful moment at that time. You know, when we launched at Worldwide International Church Without Walls, you know, our board was Dr. Delabo, Sister Crown Sisters, Apostle Amos Benefield, and a lot of other people who are now overseers of Alaska, overseers of Ohio. A lot of people, because I started right there at Redeeming Word Christian Center International under Apostle Ed and Yvette Brisson. They didn't quite understand what I was doing, but I knew exactly what I was doing because God showed it to me so clear.
Okay.
And so I'm grateful that after all those years, I kept it in the database system.
Yes.
Because I was training under the leadership of Pastor Billy and Prophet Cynthia Thompson, who's my pastors now.
Right.
They're all friends.
Okay.
You know, they're all in the connection. I started with high-power ministers like Kenneth Copeland, and let me give you a little history. See, Kenneth Copeland is the son, spiritual son of Kenneth Hagin.
Right.
See, and Oral Roberts,
Right.
and all those big guys. Now, Creflo Dollar, Dr. Creflo Dollar and Tessie, they're spiritual sons and daughters of Kenneth Copeland.
Right.
And Bishop Fernandez, all of them are under Kenneth Copeland. They're that spiritual father. And then a lot of other people like Apostle Ed Brimson, Dr. Gloria, they're all with Creflo Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
See, but the head of all of them was the spiritual father, Kenneth, and I've always been with them, been a partner of them, Joyce Myers, Benny Hinn. I started with all those great people. They all have what you have, I can next powerhouse, we call it powerhouse kid, our system.
Okay.
They all had it first. They got it first, and they had it more because the Lord wanted me to spirit is keep it into the body of Christ. Because my family has it, so no one can say in this time, I call it the hour of power, high power, you know, where we're actually getting pro players and people coming in like, I mean, the room does not speak of how powerful we are. And when you air television and what we're doing, because one of the things that I don't want to do and it's happening, I don't want to strive with my brother. I want to kill Cain killed Abel. And Abel had to be marked by God. Cain had to be marked by God. And Cain had a judgment because of his rebellion. You know what I'm saying? You see it, Isaac, Ishmael. And Isaac and Ishmael. Isaac was the son of prophet. Ishmael went out there in the vineyard, and he got still in opposition with Isaac and Ishmael because of our disobedience. So with this model, I don't want to be that way. I want us, and my second phase of all of this is the United Kingdom of God. When are we going to come together and say, let's be the kingdom?
Yes.
Let's do your part. You're not going to be upset because my pastors is over this because you got a pastor who's over you. These are just models.
Yes.
These are just models. You say, I can sit under there. I can sit under there. Why? It's a model. You're learning my model. You see, people like to steal your model. They'll sit afar. They'll have you in their church under them to steal it and say you're not worthy of it. That's not God. God is saying, evangelist, elder, pastor, Sherry Abrams, you are worthy. I have birthed you. I've given you a task in the earth, and you're worthy to take on your task.
Yes.
I can't come tell you and say, oh, I'm going to take people from this palace from you. No, that's not what I do. I say everybody's gifted, everybody's talent. Bring your gifts and bring your talents, and let's share. Let's build each other. Let's encourage each other. Because that's the greatest call of God. You're going to love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. When are we going to love our neighbor as yourself? First, we're going to love ourselves. We're going to love ourselves so that I can now be a distribution center, and I say, how can I love Elder Sherry? She don't go to my church. She don't even know my pastor. She got her own pastor. She got her own church. You got your own lane. See, that's the beauty of what I do. What I do is I let you branch to what I'm doing. My pastors and stuff like that, you share my vineyard with my pastor. And your pastors connect, we connect.
Yes.
Oh, we're not worried about, Pastor Billy Jones over there. Who she think? No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying, how can all these high-powered people, and I just told you who over all them,
Yes.
see, they came together in father and love because so many men back there did not have a father or role model.
Right.
So they came together in fatherly love and said, these are my fathers, these are my sons, these are my daughters. They came together in that kind of vineyard. So you sat under their ministry and you became in a relationship like that in a spiritual way. But what they didn't realize is that they were giving birth to the kingdom principles.
Yes.
And the kingdom got Miles Monroe. They were giving, when Miles Monroe died because I was reading his materials and he was like a father to me in the spirit realm. See,
right.
That's how I saw Kenneth Copeland in. I read so much of their materials until it became a part of me.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
So, because that stuff is inspired by God. And when you're reading the word and you're inspired by God and great men and women of God, you just, it's like their spirit get on your spirit and you become a lot like them. Like I've said under Pastor Billy and Prophet Cynthia for 6 years. And it's the same type of anointing.
Yes.
And but you still get this strife with people who've been there for years. Who is this they Yeah. No. I'm not trying to be who you are to them or who you are in the earth. I always want to be me.
Yes.
You see? And me want to do God. And in this latter day, we need each other.
Yes.
We need resources.
Yes.
So that when we get hit on the job, when the enemy hit us in our families,
Yes.
when the enemy tell us, when Cain show up and Ishmael show up, they showing up with guns and knives and they trying to kill you. You're not saying, we want to just know your God. No. In Romans 8, it talks about walking in the Spirit.
Yes.
That we need to walk by the Spirit. We need to know each other by the Spirit
Yes.
of the Lord. And so I share my video. I share the podium, pass the walls of the church with other people. Because in some places you can't come to the podium.
That's
You see, so guess what? But God has a podium for you. He does. He has a platform for you. And God He would create that platform and let you come and you walk on it. And so these vineyards and these platforms are created to assist and build people. We don't take from your pastors. We don't take tithe and offering. We have membership fees. We actually get membership fees. We make you entrepreneurs as soon as you come here. Because you duplicate it. You see? And that's what we're supposed to do. The Bible says that God, he was begging his sons. You see what I'm saying? Elijah had to raise up Elijah. You see, they had to bathe each other. They had to part, impartation, one to the other. And no, you're not supposed to touch and put your impartation on everybody you know. That's why I said our next model and your next step in this phase, go get 12. Go get the lead master and go get 7. Right? Those people who I know, you know you love it. It took me all these years to get a core. And then some of them still checking out. You check out because you're going to see if they're going to support you. Because guess what? When that real money comes and they miss it, and my core people get that real money and they get the real benefits, that's because you went out there and you tried to, they came to me to bring the cash flow. And they said, Dr. Minnie, give me a list. And I got testimony. Sharina Butler, she can't be here now, but Sharina Butler, she done went to Hot Power Day, that happened. And her team. Why? She took a look at the time and said, I don't know what she's doing, but whatever she's doing, it's working.
All right.
Because she done got me ready up. And see, and I get that platform for all of you all, that people will embrace you for who you are. They'll invite you. They'll come to your events. They love you. The teachers will love you. Girl, roll that thing on Facebook. Yeah. She's doing something past what they love you, Calvin. They like, I mean, his son said, oh no, my daddy was a great man. He's still a great man. Yeah. He got a hit in life, but he's still a great man. Yeah. So tonight, you know, like I said, I have a PowerPoint presentation next to short tonight, but I want to share the platform with you. I want, I'm going to, first of all, I just want to really introduce some opportunities, other opportunities that in the database system, pick up business cards. There are opportunities, and when you get opportunities from people who you know are business owners, bring their business cards. I was so excited to meet Ami. My son was watching what I do. He's so cute. My son, Mr. Prince Bentley, he was watching what I was doing. You know what he did? He Googled, well, his uncle gave him a broke camera. Okay. And he said, go get the camera fixed. Prince said, Mom, you got to go get the camera. The camera don't work. Let's go get the camera fixed. Took the camera to the shop. My son, the man said, we can't fix this. I bought him a camera. My son had made more money than me. And I've been doing it for 14 years. He started entrepreneurship. He started taking pictures at school. Okay. And they paying him, he said he'll make $500. I felt embarrassed. Right. But no, I wasn't embarrassed because the Lord said, see, the Lord said, I did not give birth to this for me, but we're leaving a legacy for the next generation. My son met this man right here. He met Ami. Ami is a manager of this Coral camera and computer. He see what we're doing in virtual community. He said, I will raise up your executive producers. Look at that. And so what I'm telling all these high-powered people, let's raise up executive producers so our kids won't be out there selling their body, selling drugs. Let's raise them up, executive producers, and hire them. So do you know how many people are creating jobs? Pro players say, girl, we're going to hire 20,000 people. Wow. Because they saw my model. Yes. And I said, thank you. He said, they're killing our kids. They're doing all this stuff. We got to do this. Is that beautiful? That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So all these other people come and say, this man, what is it? How could I help you? He got it. He got it. Real camera. He got everything. He said, we can come. He said, you say, I can connection. He'll bless you. Praise God. Sharina is on the ball. That's Bank of America, same thing with the merchant machine. But then we have this Billy the Detail, I can't connect with the believer. He was washing my nephew's cars at his house. He's a BSO officer, my nephew. Okay. This man here, I'm going to the door to get my little grandson. He told me to go to my grandson. I'm going to the door to get my grandson. He sits on a bucket. And he says to me, he said, start talking to me. Sit on the bucket, wash your car. But I know about the spirit. He started talking to me. He said, you know, the Lord showed me this and this and that. I mean, but he gave me his pearls. He told me more than he probably ever told my nephew. When he washed his car and everything. You know what I'm saying? He told me who he really was. Yes, yes. He said, I don't know. Yeah. And he told me his testimony. Thank you. And he said, the Lord told me you're going to help me. Look at that. You understand? I'm videotaping right here today before I came. Mr. Dudley, before I came to you, he was like, tell him God stopped you to let you leave. The man died 3 or 4 times and came came back. You talk about afflicted. He gonna come next week and tell his testimony.
Yeah.
You see? Because we're gonna share. He's church without walls, and he's getting hits, but he's a testimony that God is real. Because I'm looking at him like they need to know that God used the afflicted.
Yeah.
God used the lowly. God used people who you think are not worthy. And see, when you really move by the Spirit of God, they start thinking you crazy. So he said, I need to get business. And so, like I said, the power is behind the computer.
Yeah.
So I work all y'all 24 hours behind the computer. I wake up, I got in the prayer door, and the Lord said, you need to do this with that. You need to do this with Sherry. She's Sherry here. You know what I mean? You need to do this fellowship. And I'm like that. And everybody trying to get to us, when they ever try to get to this room. You understand? Because when them pro players, they say, uh-oh. They said, we got everything you're doing. Something I spoke with Marco, who's publisher promoter of pro players, a year ago. This guy, with pro players, Robert, he said, no, I am pro maker.
All right.
And he said, we making pro players, and guess what we're going to do? Go to the churches.
Yeah.
Why? Because I saw men, I spoke to Reggie Cross and men who were weeping saying, you are so right. He said, we are sick. We went to casinos and we lost everything we had from NBA. They was pimping them out in sports bars, arenas, and they had no principles. So this man's come back and said, I'm going to give you some values. He said, God, man, we going to the churches. He said, no, we like your video and we like what you're doing, but we're going to go hit, they're going right to those churches. We're going to bring the crowd like we do, and we're going to bring that money back to the local church.
Yeah.
I almost cried when I said, it took me a long time, 14 years of being a hurt. You see, because the local church didn't they couldn't figure out what I was doing, and we need to stop killing stuff that seems strange, because God has prepared you.
Yeah.
He's a strange God. He does, I mean, everything I read in the Bible, I'm like, that is strange. That's not a natural thing to do. And every time I keep seeing testimony here, nothing's natural. Okay? So what I want to do, we're going to let Elder Sherry Abrams, she's doing a wonderful job out there in the community. She's also an educator. She has her own company. She loves children. We're going to let her come up here and tell her company name, story. And then after following her, we're going to have the amazing, incredible Calvin Dudley. I said the return of Calvin Dudley Sr. All right? All right. God bless you. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Sherry Abram, and just like Dr. Bentley said, I have my own nonprofit business, and it's People's Palace of Promise. Our effort is to promote literacy and stamp out illiteracy. We do that as well as nurturing the environment and the economy, as well as everyone in the economy, the people, by giving food if needed, Pampers, even for babies as well as adults, seniors. We do home visits, we volunteer in schools, we tutor, and babysit, whatever the need is. We are really trying to make a difference with our services, one home at a time. And as I was thinking about today, my husband also has a business, and my sons have a business as well. My husband's business is Charles Abram Lawn and Landscape, and we're licensed and insured out of Pompano Beach, Florida. We do Tri-County. No job is too big, no job is too small. We manicure to please for the lawn. The other businesses with my sons, the pressure cleaning. It's Abrams Pressure Cleaning. And we do roofs, sidewalks, porches, pool sides, pool decks. Again, no job is too large or too small for them to do your pool or your sidewalk or your roof for pressure cleaning, as well as furniture. A lot of people don't know